What if a weapon costing less than a car could challenge a system worth millions? Ever wondered how a relatively simple and inexpensive piece of technology could dramatically change the landscape of modern warfare? Today, on Scorpion AGI, we're diving deep into the story of one such weapon, the Shahed drone. From its origins to its widespread use in recent conflicts, this unmanned aerial vehicle has become a name synonymous with a new era of asymmetric combat. So, what exactly is a Shahed drone? The name, which means witness in Persian, refers to a family of Iranian-made unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. While there are several models, the one that's made headlines is the Shahed 136. Picture a delta-winged aircraft, about 3.5 meters long, with a distinctive buzzing sound that has earned it nicknames like moped or lawnmower of the skies. Unlike sophisticated reconnaissance or strike drones that return to base, the Shahed 136 is what's known as a loitering munition, or more bluntly, a kamikaze drone. Its mission is a one-way trip. Its launch flies towards a pre-programmed target using GPS coordinates and detonates its explosive warhead upon impact. The story of the Shahed family begins in Iran, a country that has been investing heavily in drone technology for decades, largely driven by international sanctions that limited its access to conventional air power. Instead of trying to compete with billion-dollar fighter jets, Iran focused on developing a cost-effective alternative. The Shahed 136, first unveiled in 2021, represents the culmination of this strategy. Its design philosophy is all about simplicity and mass production. There's no fancy landing gear, no complex cameras for a pilot to see through in real time, and no high-tech communication link for in-flight adjustments. It's a fire-and-forget system, designed to be launched in swarms to overwhelm air defenses. Let's break down the technology inside. The Shahed 136 is built from commercially available components, which is a key part of its story. Its engine is often a copy of a German leanback L550E, a small two-stroke engine originally designed for model aircraft. This is what gives it that distinctive, low-pitched buzz. For navigation, it relies on a commercial-grade Global Navigation Satellite System, or GNSS receiver. This is a double-edged sword. It makes the drone cheap, but also vulnerable to GPS jamming. More recent versions, however, are reportedly being upgraded with anti-jamming capabilities and even inertial navigation systems that can guide the drone if the GPS signal is lost. A range of up to 2,000 kilometers. A speed of around 180 to 200 km per hour. The warhead itself is relatively small, typically between 30 to 50 kilograms of explosives, but it's powerful enough to damage critical infrastructure like power stations, command centers, and unarmored vehicles. One of the most talked about aspects of the Shahed 136 is its cost. While exact figures are hard to come by, estimates place the price of a single unit at around $20,000 to $50,000. Now, that might sound like a lot, but in the world of military hardware, it's an absolute bargain. Compare that to the cost of a single cruise missile, which can run into the millions of dollars. Even the anti-air missiles used to shoot down these drones can cost several times more than the drone itself. This creates a serious economic challenge for defenders. You could end up spending $1 million to stop a $50,000 threat. And that's an unsustainable equation over the long term. This cost-effectiveness is precisely what makes the Shahed drone so appealing to state and non-state actors around the globe. The launch system is another piece of the puzzle. Shahed 136s are typically launched from a truck-mounted rack, often disguised as a standard shipping container. This makes the launch units incredibly mobile and difficult to find and destroy before they can fire. A single rack can hold 5 or more drones, which can be launched in rapid succession. This swarm tactic is central to their effectiveness, while a single Shahed might be an easy target for modern air defense systems. A wave of 5, 10, or even 20 drones arriving simultaneously can saturate and overwhelm those same defenses. Some will inevitably get through. The real-world impact of these drones became starkly clear during the conflict in Ukraine. Russia began using them in large numbers, rebranding them as Geran 2, to target Ukrainian cities and infrastructure far behind the front lines. The constant threat of these slow-moving but persistent weapons has had a significant psychological effect, forcing civilians into shelters and placing an immense strain on Ukraine's air defense network. It forced a tactical shift, compelling Ukraine and its allies to deploy a range of countermeasures. From sophisticated missile systems to mobile fire groups with machine guns and searchlights, all trying to counter this low-cost, high-volume threat. The use of Shahed drones has highlighted a major shift in modern warfare. It's the rise of good enough technology. You don't always need the most advanced, most expensive weapon system to be effective. Sometimes, quantity has a quality all its own. The proliferation of this kind of technology means that even countries or groups with limited budgets can now project power in ways that were previously unthinkable. This democratizes air power, but it also makes the world a more dangerous place, as these weapons can easily fall into the hands of non-state actors. So, what's the future for drones like the Shahed? We're likely to see them become even more common. The technology will continue to evolve. Future versions will probably be faster, stealthier, and more resistant to jamming. We're already seeing reports of jet-powered variants. We might also see the integration of artificial intelligence, allowing drones to autonomously identify targets or coordinate their swarm attacks without human intervention. This raises a whole new set of ethical and strategic questions. On the other side, defensive technology is also racing to keep up. The development of high-energy lasers, microwave weapons, and specialized anti-drone systems are all aimed at finding a more cost-effective way to counter the swarm. The cat-and-mouse game between offensive and defensive technology is a constant in military history, and the era of the drone is no different. In conclusion, the Shahed drone is more than just a piece of military hardware. It's a symbol of a fundamental change in the nature of conflict. It represents a world where simple, affordable, and mass-produced weapons can have a strategic impact, challenging the dominance of expensive, high-tech military powers. It's a testament to the idea that innovation in warfare doesn't always come from the top. Sometimes it buzzes up from below, changing the rules of the game for everyone. The story of the Shahed is still being written, and its impact will be studied by military strategists for years to come. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, the Scorpion AGI. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration of the technology shaping our world. See you in the next one.